So we're gonna do wrist and thumb all together, but if you're just gonna tape a wrist, I'll show you where you don't need the thumb part. So people will think, oh, I'm just gonna get my wrist taped, I just need it here. No, your wrist is actually here. We're trying to tape the carpal bones, not your distal forearm. So we're gonna come up, around through the hand a couple times to get all of this covered. If you got your angle right and you got a big enough hand, you can go around the thumb, but you don't necessarily have to. So, all right. So we're just gonna take the white tape and go in pretty much the same exact angle that we did, or direction, everything that we did with the pre-wrap. So, there we go. And you come down, around, through the hand, and up. He's got a pretty good sized hand where I don't need to pinch the tape, but if you do, like you get too close to the web of his thumb there, you can pinch it slightly and pull straight down. But you don't, he has big enough hands that I wouldn't need to worry about that. Maybe I do, because the more you do it, the closer you get to it. So you go about 2 times through, and then you just stop where the tape wants you to stop. So what we're gonna do is once we get this part taped here, we have to now do more C-strips, just like in the ankle. So we're gonna come around here like this. We need at least one more. And there. So now if we were just doing the wrist, we could then just close it up with how we started. But we're gonna do the thumb as well. And you can just take that tape and rip it in half. I have this here, so we'll use the 1 inch. What you're gonna do, you're gonna kind of just take the tape, put it right, gotta get it the exact right angle. The other thing is when you take that tape and rip it in half, it's actually easier because it's not as big. So you're gonna do about 3 of these here. It depends on if it's a sprain that's pretty bad, if it's in the middle of a football game, when it is, what you're doing. Like you could just use stretch tape around the thumb for a basketball player, like literally just go around the thumb a couple times, put 1 anchor down here, and then, so we have our 3 here. And now we just cover it up. There is more to the wrist taping. Technically, we could tape here to prevent wrist extension, or here to prevent too much wrist flexion, but I almost never do that on just a wrist. If somebody has a wrist injury, maybe I would. But so now we just go ahead, close up the rest of the tape, make sure that the tape that's taping his thumb is covered, and then just come back down and around, cover up that last little bit of pre-wrap, and there you go. So you always want to start and stop up here, except for your C-strips, like if you're taping the wrist, your first anchors, and you can start a C-strip there. That's where you can stop, but you're almost always stopping here at the beginning and the end.